Hi, this is Rick Hutchinson from Doane University. Got a lot of information here. Going to try to fit it into 3 minutes. So basically what's going on around us microbially is a war between good bacteria or good microorganisms and bad microorganisms. And to swing the odds in our favor, we use oftentimes incorrectly certain substances. Those are methods to decrease the amount of microbes on surfaces, and so here's some examples of that and their differences. The first would be sanitation. Sanitizing kills bacteria on surfaces using chemical means. It's not intended to kill viruses, and sanitizing refers to lowering the number of germs on a surface to a safe level. It's a process of washing, cleaning, removing dirt, eliminates dust, debris off of the surfaces. And sanitization can involve both cleaning and disinfectant. We'll talk about disinfectant a little bit later, but according to the EPA, a product must kill 99.9% of bacteria to qualify as a sanitizer. And we can do that by using a simple solution of bleach and water. And then basically, depending on the ratio, it would qualify as a disinfectant if it's a higher ratio of bleach to water. And so basically, sanitation is used on surfaces that are in contact with food, such as dishes, children's toys, and so on and so forth. Some examples, as previously stated, would be a bleach and water solution. Also, there's EPA-approved sanitizers like your Purell and your Germex. There's also, moving on now, to disinfectants. These are applied to non-living surfaces that might that would not be in contact with food. This is also subject to rigorous EPA testing. There's a higher bar for disinfectants as opposed to just sanitizers. And we're looking at a number like 99.9999% of germs. Many products are registered as both sanitizers and disinfectants, as previously stated. These are used to kill germs on surfaces like like doorknobs, countertops that are not in contact with food, also chairs and things like that. There could be fomites for that spread of bacteria and microorganisms. Some examples would be alcohol disinfectants or oxidizing agents. Next, we're moving on to number 3, which would be antiseptics. Antisepsis is a substance that stops or slows down the growth of microorganisms. They're frequently used in hospitals and other medical settings, and they reduce the risk of infection during surgical procedures. Some examples would be providine, or iodine, and betadine are some examples that we often use in hospitals. Being a nurse, I use those a lot. And another example would be peroxide and permanganate. Then these are used in antiseptic mouthwashes and on open wounds, burns, for the providine and betadine, by example. Sterilization is the final technique that we're going to talk about, and this eliminates all bacteria and all microbial life from a surface using physical or chemical means. These can also be problematic in some cases because that makes way for superbacteria by eliminating that natural or normal flora, and we see opportunistic infections like MRSA and VRE that take place nosocomially in hospitals. So some examples of sterilization would be the autoclave, which is used to sterilize surgical equipment where the instruments are kept at a temperature of 120 degrees Celsius for up to 30 minutes. Another example would be ethylene oxide sterilization, which is toxic to humans and must be aerated before use, but that's used on things that cannot be subject to steam or to H2O. It's also carcinogenic, so we don't see that used a lot. But there's some examples of how we control microorganisms and the importance behind it. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.